So I'm pretty sure you all have heard about the new 747 in GeoFS, which is the 747-100 shuttle carrier aircraft. However, that's not the only aircraft that was added recently to GeoFS. So we're gonna check those aircraft and the 747 because even though the 747 was released like over 2 weeks ago, I haven't made a review video about it because I was both lazy and busy. So I'm gonna check it now. Obviously, there's only one animation, which is when the shuttle leaves. Well, it's like no animation, so it just like the shuttle just disappears, and then there's also like these horizontal stabilizers, so that way it doesn't look like a shuttle carrier and you can make it look like a commercial plane. And there are already lots of liveries, way too many liveries in the livery selector, so you can fly it also as a commercial plane, not just as this modified version to carry the shuttle. Now the cockpit isn't very good. I mean, the seats are just flat. They have no texture. But that's literally how every community contributed plane is. But there are definitely better community contributed cockpits. Well, is the cockpit live? Oh, yes it is. Oh, we have a view here inside the shuttle, it seems. But it doesn't have much because you can't see outside. Well, now let's do a quick flight with this, I guess. Okay, they added a new sound to this. So they didn't repeat the sound like sometimes. But let's take off. Okay, now I just realized that maybe this is the sound from the Lockheed 1011. It might be. I'm not sure. Okay, we're already at... Oh, I have brakes, I forgot. Anyway, let's rotate. Okay, something I'm already noticing is that it doesn't have a very good turn sensitivity, so it takes a while to turn and rotate. But other than that, it seems to be doing just fine. Okay, now I'm gonna have to do a sharp turn to land at the runway again. And I want to make this test flight short because we have to test the other aircraft, which I will show you in a moment. And well, as I said, this plane has a bad turn sensitivity, so it makes very wide turns. Well, the one we just did was pretty sharp because I was slowing down with flaps, and we almost stalled. Oh, that was very hard. Yeah, we're literally at the end of the runway. We can't land. Okay, attempt number 2. I think the main reason why we floated almost the entire length of the runway is because this plane has a really low sensitivity. I don't know if that happened in real life or not, but it has a really bad sensitivity, so that makes it a bit hard to control. Anyway, now we're better lined up for the runway, so this landing should be better. Oh. And we're floating again. Yeah, very hard landing, like Ryanair. But at least we landed and didn't go back into the air like before. Well, and that was a pretty quick stop, I think. Yeah, pretty quick actually. So other than the fact that the cockpit is not good and that it has a very low sensitivity, it's a good plane. The next plane was one that was added to the sim, then it was removed like 3 or 4 years ago, I think 4 years ago, and then they added it back into the flight sim, and this is the Boeing 717. The seats have a better shape than in the shuttle carrier, but obviously they still have no texture like they do in the official aircraft. But you know, that's expected from community contributed aircraft, so we're not gonna criticize that. Then we also have some more details, although this, I forgot what it's called. It's pixelated, very pixelated. Why is it pixelated? And this is also pixelated. Why? They need to change that, definitely. Oh, and they have here credits of the people who made it. I know all of these people from either from the GeoFS event server or from the GeoFS wiki, but mostly from the GeoFS event server because I do events all the time there. Now the sound is the same as the 737, so this time they did reuse another sound. And then the only animation we have are these stairs. They look detailed. And now let's do our usual little test flight. Oh, I just noticed either the camera is off center or the tail is off center. Okay, I can see that this one is a bit more sensible than usual, I think. I'm not sure. Like if I press a key just a little bit, it moves a lot. Okay, let's go back. Oh, we are rolling so much. I should slow down. Oh, this landing was also very hard. Oh, we're drifting. Yeah, that's the problem when there's too much sensitivity. The plane could just drift if you're not careful. Every plane in every flight simulator should have the right amount of sensitivity so that it's easy to control. So I will say that the sensitivity is probably the worst thing about this plane, but it's not very bad. There are things that could be worse in a plane, but sensitivity is not one of them, in my opinion. But yes, other than the sensitivity and this pixelated thing, which I forgot what it's called, yes, other than that, this is a pretty nice plane. I can't find the next plane that I was going to check and fly, which it's strange because they added it like last week. Maybe they said something about it in the GeoFS wiki. It was supposed to be between the Britain Normal Icelander and the Capronis Tipa, according to this picture right here. However, it has been replaced by a balloon for whatever reason. But the plane I was going to review isn't a balloon, it's actually a fighter jet. Let me find if there's a picture of it right here. Okay, I don't see anything in the GeoFS wiki, so let me show it to you in real life. So this is the plane that was supposedly added in GeoFS, which is the Chengdu J20, and it's a Chinese fighter jet. Okay, so after a really small research, I just found out that we were actually pranked and there is no Chengdu J20 GeoFS yet. So what this person did is that they changed the name of a plane in GeoFS to the Chengdu J20. So you can do this if you use Ctrl-Shift-C, which will open a page called Inspect. Here's a screenshot that I found on Google of what the Inspect page looks like, and there you can like modify the game and change the names of things. And the truth is, this screenshot right here, was made by the creator of this plane before he emailed the developer of GeoFS, and he needs to reply to that email and add that plane to GeoFS. But usually he takes a long time, and he's gonna be at a Flight Sim Expo, so it's gonna take a few weeks for he to respond and to add this plane in the game. So when that happens, I will make a video about it. So there's no more planes to review here, so I'm just gonna end this video here. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and join my Discord server. The link is in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.